Good morning, stackers. Here's a gold, silver, and platinum price update for Wednesday, the 25th of June, 2025 with me, Joe Main, brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, mastering the markets, masteringthemarkets.com. Let's do a quick synchronized slurp. 3, 2, 1, go. I'll be going live tomorrow morning, Thursday. Make sure you join us. Here is gold on the daily time frame price in USD, $3,320 US. So we have broken through the $3,355 level. We did not maintain above the downtrend line, and we broke through here. So while we are below this level here, and these levels may change, but based on yesterday and the day before's analysis, I can't say a new all-time high in gold is coming soon at all. Okay, it flips like that. That was my level here. Preferably, I wanted to see it hold that downtrend line, but that 3,355 was the kicker for me. So until we get back over there, I can't say a new all-time high in gold is coming anytime soon. Now, that's based on this high and this low. You can see the downtrend line here. You can see the uptrend line here, and it's respected it. So that's good. The thing is, though, we're kind of like in a no man's land at the moment. So we're back into this symmetrical triangle pattern, okay, and so that needs to play out, and it will, and it'll play out either to the upside or the downside. I'm not favoring one or the other, so I'm not going to give you a percentage likelihood. But if we do break below this downtrend line, then you're going to see lower prices. That's pretty obvious. So now I'm going to show you some different fib. And we're going to take it from this low now, which is obviously the low for the moment, and this high, which is the interim high, which you can see pretty clearly now. Okay, if I get rid of you, and I pop on you and you. So now we're taking it from this low and this high. I'll keep the downtrend lines in for the moment. Now you can see we have a new zag zone, a new expected support range. And once again, isn't it interesting how it just all aligns very well? Okay, so take it from the 0.618 to the 0.382. And is there any area of support there? Well, it's a wick. Now we say it's a spike. Spikes usually don't mean anything. I say spikes mean SHIT. It's where you close major levels at, dailies, weeklies, etc. But we did spike down there, and it's right there at 3,250. So I'm going to say, look, to be honest, I really would prefer this to be held because I don't like that spike. This is the level, and very interesting again. Where's the level of support it's been maintaining for a while, since we're talking the 20th of May. Been maintaining at least that $3,290 level. And that sort of coincides with being in this symmetrical triangle pattern. So really, I don't want to see, and you don't want to see, unless you're looking to scoop up more, then it's great news for you. That 3,200 and we'll call it 85. Yeah, why is that not working? No idea, but whatever. 3,285 US dollars. Okay, that's the line in the sand for me. Let's just see if that works. No, it doesn't. Oh, that's okay. Big deal. So they need to see that hold. I would suggest that if you break through here, that's going to be a break of this downtrend line. I'm happy to be faked out here. Remember, they try to fake you out to try to shake you out. Okay, so anywhere down to 3,250, that's normal. It's normal-ish, from this low and this high. You come back to here, bounce off that. That's a double bottom as such, and that matches with previous resistance right here. That's fine. Anywhere down into here, and then snake our way back up, fine. And then if we start clearing this downtrend line again, then I would say, probably good for, possible all-time highs coming, but can't say that full gold right now. Watch out for 3,285 to hold, please and thanks. And in order for me to say, okay, onwards and upwards from here, I've got to clear, I'll just keep it at that downtrend line. So wherever that is right there. It worked for me eventually. There we go. So that downtrend line. Cool. That is gold. Let me quickly check gold mining stocks. What have they done out of interest? So that's gold on the gold mining stocks on the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, we have seen a dip down to right there. Well, that's going to be a key Fibonacci level, I'm guessing. So if you're in the gold miners, this is the Van Eck Gold Miners ETF. It's tracking the the large cap gold miners. Okay, so you don't have to be in an individual one. You can just buy the index and then just ride that wave. Now you won't get as higher rewards, but you don't take as much of the risk as well. So clearly I had that drawn in because it's come down to test the top end. There you go. Top end of the zag zone between this low and this high. That's at 51 US dollars. Cool. All right. I was talking about bearish divergence. That's why I would have had that drawn in. Yeah, the bearish divergence here. So that's playing out at the moment. So I can't say it's fully played out. You just want to see a break of that 54.60 level, and then you can say, okay, onwards and upwards from here. And you don't want to crack below 48.80. Again, gold mining index. And I did get one of my stops got triggered on the gold miners junior, on the junior gold miners. Okay, so I got stopped, but it was a stop in profit. Okay, so it was a stop loss, I guess, but technically I made a tiny little bit there. So we did break through right here, and that's where I was saying, again, this is a junior miners index. We broke through $68. So that was saying to me, okay, that's a change of market structure, at least on the daily time frame. Okay, so we broke right there. So I had my stop loss at just a little bit below there because I knew if we break there, then it's going to go a little bit lower. I'll see what happens. I might get back in if, the weather looks good. Let's see. But I have actually put that cash to other use. I've got a buy order in for something, and if that something comes off, and if it starts doing well, then I'll tell you about it. If it fails, I won't tell you about it. No, I will. But it's not in the gold sector. So heads up, maybe watch the live show tomorrow. Actually, watch the live show tomorrow, and I'll tell you what I got into, and I'll tell you what, because the trade hasn't even occurred yet, but I put my buy order in. Let's see, but it's something, I'll give you a heads up, it's something on the Australian Stock Exchange. So right here, 618 and the 0.302. Okay, so we've poked our head through it on the juniors, and look, so far we've held it. Okay, that's good. I have to get out here, and then I have to wait to see it at least close back above where I got out at. So if it changes back up through, if it changes back up through here, then I'll go, oh, okay, a little blip along the way, but it's got to change back up through 68.30 roughly. Cool. Do that little blip. Cool. And then we'll talk about a new all-time high for junior gold miners. I'm very bullish on gold, very bullish on gold miners, very bullish on the junior gold miners over the longer term, but I'm just doing a little bit of trading on it to hone my skills and get into things that are doing better than the current thing that I'm getting out of. Makes sense? Good. That is all of the gold stuff. Let's take a look at silver. Silver on the daily time frame, US dollars, $35.90 US cents. So far, we are respecting. I've had this drawn in, and again, maybe this isn't the right one. We talked about the silver going lower, question mark. That was the video that's had about 2,000 views. Very good in relation to my channel because I don't even have 2,000 subscribers on my channel. By the way, I've had 1,822. Once I hit 2,000 subscribers on the channel, like we did for 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving away free silver, people. It might not be this specific one, but I'll be giving away free silver at 2,000 subscribers. So hit the big red subscribe button. Let's see. We're not necessarily correcting that move yet. I think we were talking about, we're talking about this move potentially here, which looks like we're still trying to correct. Okay, so it's between this low and this high on the daily time frame. The bearish divergence is playing out at the moment, where you have the higher high in the fiat dollar price and an equal or lower high on the relative strength index. So that's why we're seeing some lower prices. But I got to say, it's respecting the zag zone really well so far. So silver's holding up very nicely. So it hasn't even actually technically touched the top end of the expected support range. That's anywhere between $35.20 and $33.80. Remember, we spoke about that. And if we break through 33.80, then we'll talk. Well, I'm not saying we will. I'm favoring, as I've been saying, about that $34.50 to $35 area. Okay, if you break through that $34.50 area, then it's probably might take out a lower a lower target, and then that's when I had that drawn in just there. And look, all I do is flip that. Isn't that interesting how that works? And then we'd be talking about 33.80 anywhere down to 31.75. I don't think 31.75 or any of that's coming. I do favor around about here at that $34.50, $35 level if we break down further. So if we go into the zag zone here, then I'd be watching out for here as a level of support because of the previous resistance, that massive, $35 level that everyone's been talking about. Break out of it, come back to test it as support. Great, fantastic. That would be very bullish. If you don't get down here, and hey, more bullish if you bounce off here and break back up through here, looking very good. Okay, if you come down to here and then come back up to close up here above about $36, oh, that's really, really good. And you can easily say, all right, well, that was just the move. Great, and onwards and upwards we go. That's silver. Here is SIL, the silver miners. Again, this is on I think it's the New York Stock Exchange. If the internet wants to do its thing for me, which it doesn't for some reason. So that's fine. While we're waiting for that, I will tell you, of course, to buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, the greatest bullion dealer in all of Australia. I am not joking. You get free shipping when you have 20 or more items in your order. Go to perthbullion.com.au, play around with the shopping cart, and you'll see, oh, I've added 1 of this, 2 of that, 3 of that, 7 of that, bit of gold, bit of silver, whatever. Oh, and there's the free shipping option. Instant free, not instant, they don't send it right away, but you get free shipping. Sign on delivery, express shipping, fully insured, all that stuff, except you don't pay for it because it's free. 20 or more items in your shopping cart. perthbullion.com.au. Did we go back to what I needed to go back to? Yeah, we did. Good old internet for some reason today. Here is SIL, the large cap silver miners, and I have an itchy nose for some reason. My apologies. Let's see. We are at $47.20. Broke down. Look, haven't even broke down to the zag zone yet. So far holding up really well. You can do anything like this. Sweep that low at $43, and then that's completely normal after you break out of a big range. So 43 was an area that we needed to break out of. We did it, come back to test it, no problem. But anywhere finding support in here is incredibly bullish for SIL, okay? I'll show you the silver junior miners because I did that for, I did that for the gold junior miners. Oh, a little bit faster now. Interesting. Here's the silver junior miners. So again, if you want to buy small cap silver junior miners, but you don't want to take the risk, buy the SILJ on the New York Stock Exchange. Okay. And this has found support so far very, very well. Good. So from this low and this high, we've come to test. Gee, what do you know? The top end of the expected support range, the zag zone, that's at $14. I just need it to remain above $13.20. That matches with previous resistance right there. Again, resistance becomes support. Completely normal. Markets go up, markets go down, and that's the expected range you can get down to before freaking out. Okay, so don't freak out, and a bounce off there would be just chef's kiss. If you do that, do something like that. Come down to here, bounce off here, anywhere down to here, and then you start cracking through that $15.20 area. And I bet you any money you like. I don't bet you any money you like, but I'm going to check something right now. I'm going to guess that level right there is going to match up with a Fibonacci from this high and this low. Give me a second. Let's just check that. I have a really good feeling about that. It's kind of easier to eyeball these days. So if I watch this. Now I could be eating my words here, right? High, low. Yeah, it does now. It gets it. It's close enough for jazz. I guess some people go, oh no, it's just low. No, it's pretty good. So $15.20. Yeah, there you go. So it's the 0.786. So actually, you could say if you crack through this level here, if this is the low on the SILJ, then technically cracking through here is the good sign at $15. What's an extra 20 cents? Doesn't really matter. That would give it really solid. Okay, through there, then you're saying a new high. It's not all-time high as far as I'm aware, but new highs for SILJ. Anyway, that's all. That's silver side of things. Let's take a look at my good friend. Interesting. Let's take a look at platinum. Platinum on the daily time frame. US dollars 1,318. What we haven't done so far is break down further, which I thought we might do. However, we're not out of the woods just yet. Okay. So do I need to show you on the 4 hourly? No, I'll show you right here. Let's see. Fib retracement. Let's get out of there. Okay. So from where am I taking from? Why have I got it there? Is that my low? Where's my high? Where's my number one? Oh, it's down here. Okay. My apologies. What we've been doing is we were positing if it's going to have a bigger move. Give me 1 sec. Let me see. Did we crack through there? No. Okay. We were positing if we were not going to correct a shorter time frame, where could we go down to? So ignore this for the moment. That was just doing some positing. So I need to get rid of you for the moment, and then I get rid of you for the moment, and I get rid of you, and then we come back to, I think it's going to be this one, haha, and this one. Yep, yeah, close enough for Jazz. Cool, so we're going to take it from the 0.618 to the 0.382, and this is the level which we need to hold, which we are currently holding. Okay, so that's good to see on the daily time frame. However, we still have potential bearish divergence playing out. So great news to see that between this low and this high, we have dipped into the, where are we? Why isn't it taking from there? So I'll show it to you on the 4 hour because that's showing up a little bit better. So once again, you have this low and this high. So respecting that 0.382, just bounced off it, which is really nice. So looking good at this stage. But however, what we just need to keep in mind is that we have had bearish divergence, but the question is, could that be turning into hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour time frame? So platinum holding up really well versus gold, really well versus silver, and the ratios to gold and silver will be climbing at the moment as well. But we just need to keep in the back of our mind. Let's see, we've had that higher high on the relative strength index. We had that lower high on the, around the other way, higher high in the fiat dollar price, lower high in the relative strength index. Then that was a bearish divergence. That has been playing out on the 4 hour time frame. Now, I actually must say, we might potentially be going into hidden bullish divergence, which does do it very common, which is now you've got a higher low. But check this out. You've got an equal or lower low. I call that an equal low. Some could probably call that hidden bullish divergence. We actually saw a higher move. Now we might be actually moving into convergence from here, at least on the 4 hour time frame. So, because that's a lower low and that's a lower low, but that's just in convergence now. So I would say, look, as long as we clear and hold above, I think I did mention this previously. Let me just show you right here. Where are we? That one and that one. So as long as we remain above and close above. So if I take it from this high and this low, okay, there we are right there. So now we are above the 0.618. So that's actually quite good to see. Okay, platinum could be moving upwards from here. I don't know if we're just out of the woods just yet. Okay, so we're 0.382 to the 0.618, it is holding it right now. So we've moved through the zag zone from this high and this low. And gee, what do you know? Oh, we found some resistance right there at the 0.786. That's 1,326. Again, funny how things seem to line up a lot with Fibonacci levels. And Fibonacci levels seem to line up in forward sight, okay, with support, previous, like hindsight support and resistance levels. Did that make sense? No, it didn't. I'll explain that better another time. Let's see. So as long as we remain above there, yeah, 1,310 would be good. And then do something like that. And then we'll talk about a new all-time high. Not new all-time high, new highs for platinum. I think we're going to brand new all-time highs later on down the track for platinum for sure. We're going to make new all-time highs in gold. We're going to do it in platinum. And we're definitely doing it in silver. As you know, $700 silver, I can see it hitting way down the track. But triple digits, no problem. I just need to see that hold. Now, if I show you on the daily, what would be giving me pause to think that we might still be ticking over here? Now, on the daily time frame, I've just got to watch out for it. Look, it's looking really good. It's looking good, but I just have to be weary of this double top on the daily time frame. Let me get rid of all of that for you, and I'll get rid of you as well. And excuse me, one, and you. So what I am concerned about is this sort of arc happening here, this dome like that. It looks like the momentum is waning. You've got a double top on the daily time frame, although you can't say that is this the pivot from here. So no, but so far double top, and that's a lower high on the relative strength index. So just watch that. Okay, steam running out a little bit, and that if that is the case, then go back and watch the video and go back and watch it, and then look for those levels that I spoke about. And we can even go back and say if we are correcting a larger move, that larger move that we spoke about could be not that one. It could be potentially this one. So I'm not saying that's happening at all. We could just rocket up from here. But if we are correcting a larger move and we break down through 1,215, that would be the kicker right there. That would be a change of market structure on the daily time frame. So that says, okay, you're going to correct a larger move, and that larger move is anywhere between 1,165 anywhere down to 1,065, so a $100 range roughly, and you don't want that to be broken. And that's going to say, oh, okay, we broke out of that $1,000 level. Why are the buyers not stepping in here? Okay, break through that, not good for platinum. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, I don't even necessarily think that that's going to happen. We are where we are at the price. I just need to see higher prices. Short answer is always good, but watch out for that bearish divergence. That is platinum. There's no platinum mining index as far as I'm aware, but you have a couple of main platinum stocks that you can buy. There are platinum ETFs which track the platinum price. If you don't want to buy physical platinum, that's your call. You don't have to. You can buy something like on the Australian Stock Exchange, you can buy this one right here, which is ETP. That's the wrong one. No, that's the silver version. I want, so it's an ETP MPT. Give me a sec. ETP MPT. That's that one. So this is a metals, this is the ETF Metals Securities Australia physical platinum tracker, okay? And it tracks it it looks like it's tracking it at 1/10 the price, something like that, I'm going to guess. And yeah, if you want to buy platinum but want to do it on the Australian Stock Exchange, this would be the one to buy. Now you've got individual platinum miners. So in the States, you've got SBSW, Sibanye-Stillwater. That is one that I am currently in. That is obviously going to be affected, hugely affected by the platinum price. And I would say, look at this, from previous drawings, from this high and this low, we're finding exact resistance at the 0.236 at the moment. Isn't that interesting? On the weekly time frame, we're heading into extremely overvalued. On the daily, looks like we might be potentially ticking over on the daily as well. So just watch out here. Bearish divergence, which has been playing out, which we had spoke about, which is this higher high and then the sort of flattening out kind of on the relative strength index. So watch out for that. So yeah, you just don't want to see it close below about there. $6.66. Ooh, 666. Don't want to see it close below there. Then you're going to be talking about it's correcting a larger move, and the larger move here would be between here and here. And then you don't want to see this area crossed on Sibanye-Stillwater. That's anywhere between $6.20 and $5.60. And then if you cross through $5.60, then you have to go, okay, why aren't the buyers stepping in here? Are we correcting an even larger move? But if we get there, we'll talk about it. That's Sibanye-Stillwater. And on the Australian Stock Exchange, Zimplats would be the big one that everyone's looking at for platinum here, platinum mining stocks here in Australia. I have a buy order. I sold some up here after noticing, I think I broke market structure somewhere and I sold it. And I'm waiting to buy back in a bit lower. I've got a buy order set here at the bottom end of the zag zone. Now, if it gets triggered, great. If it doesn't and it starts rocketing up high, if platinum goes through the roof and this starts moving with it, I'll just have to buy higher, and that's just the risk I take. But I've got a order set in around about $14.30 Australian dollars for Zim Plats. I'm very bullish for it over the longer term because I'm bullish on platinum in general. And Zim Plats is one of the big boys here in Australia. It's a $1.26 billion market cap. Cool. And I would say if it starts cracking through, back up through this 0.236 at $16.50, I might have to think, oh, okay, maybe I'll just need to buy back a little bit higher. Well, that's okay. I'm just hedging my bets at the moment, but hopefully my $14.30 gets triggered. That would be perfect move from this low and this high, sweep that 0.618 and then onwards and upwards to glory. That has been gold, silver, and platinum. Of course, Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. Do you want to be a better investor? Yeah, of course you do. Huh. Really, Joe? Do I want to be a better investor? Yes, that's called a leading question. It's a very sales technique-y question. Can you handle additional business? Yes, of course you can if you're a business. Most can. So do you want to be a better investor? Yes, you do. So head over to masteringthemarkets.com. At least just check out the page. You don't have to buy anything. Masteringthemarkets.com. Go to courses and click on the 10-week Dow Theory Principles and Technical Analysis Foundations section. And then you'll find out more about what it is and what it does. And I'll just put the screen on me. Okay, so 10-week course, you'll learn Dow Theory Principles and Technical Analysis Foundations. You'll learn to be just a better investor or maybe trading in and out of stuff. Now, if you want to be a full-on trader, you want to potentially do that, or just you want the extra good course. That's my sales technique right there. Think about doing the year-long comprehensive, which I'm planning on doing at this stage. So 40 weeks, 4 units. Okay, they go into the basics and then they go into advanced techniques. They do a full term on Elliott wave theory, which I'm looking forward to delving into, and then extra advanced strategies like looking at ratios and all that kind of stuff in the 4th term. And so far from what everyone has said that has been through the school that I've, spoken to or, read about, they're like, this is an amazing educational program, which it is. And it's headed up by ASX trader David Bird, who is ASX trader, huge on the big YouTube channel, etc. And we've spoken to him on the channel before. And they've set up the Mastering the Markets Academy as well. Now, you can actually join this for free. Go to academy.masteringthemarkets.com. Join for free, hit the sign up page, and then you can see everything that's in the general community. Anything in the general community that people post within here, you can see for free. So, for example, James posted in the public charts section about Workshop Wednesday. Okay, but here, from anywhere below here, is going to be the paid section. Okay, now I'm sponsored by Mastering the Markets, so I get it complimentary, but I'm telling you, I would pay for this if I didn't ask them, hey, can I have this for free because I want to sponsor you on my show? And they said, yeah, cool, no worries. The educator calls. This is, I can't tell you, if nothing else, you do this for the educator calls. So ASX Trader, so David Bird, you've got Craig Tapping, you've got Craig Dixon for fundamental analysis. He did his fundamental analysis video last night. He goes once a week and does, Craig Dixon does his fundamental analysis scan, where he's looking at these specific companies and why he likes them from a fundamental perspective. So he's going through their announcements, if it's a mining stock, he's looking at the number of grams that they're pulling out of the ground per square metric ton and all this kind of stuff. It's so fascinating. And I've already picked up on something which I have a buy order in for this morning. If the order goes through, I'll tell you about it tomorrow on the live show, and we'll see where it goes. But he's bullish on a particular thing. Anyway, what's coming up today at 12 p.m. ASX Trader is doing his Wednesday weekly review, and then you can type in your favorite stock or crypto or whatever, and he goes, okay, I'll take a look at that. Here's what I'm seeing. And all the other stuff, okay? You've got all the other educators as well. If you do it for nothing else than that, check out the Academy. Sign up with the link below. I don't get a referral for it, but it's the sign-up page for the Mastering Markets Academy. Paid subscription. Yeah, I think I've done everything that I need to do. That has been another Precious Metals price update with me, Joe Main, here at Good Morning Stackers. We'll do a final synchronized slurp. Grab them. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Thanks very much for watching, my wonderful people. We are going live tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you join us then, and we'll have a good old time. Stay safe, stay informed. Keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll see you soon.